hands and make it dance. Like, I feel like I robbed this woman. That's just a quote. That I didn't say that. So she said, I'm headed to the bookstore, and I said, what the heck are you doing with going without me? Woo! I had no idea what was happening. There was a twist, and then there was another twist, and I was like, whoa. We've added a new bookshelf. Hit. I'm ready to eat. I'm ready to be fed. We have read quite a few books. Where are you at, my king? We are judged a book by our cover. That's what we do around here. Hello and welcome back to another reading vlog, well, bookish vlog. I have been filming this vlog for probably about a month now at this point, collecting little clips here and there to put all the book things into one. And I got to the point where I was wrapping up and I was like, well, I'm waiting on this thing to come for me to be able to finish it. I had it in my head that this thing needed to come before I finished the book vlog. And this was my first month to get it. So I thought we'd start the vlog off strong with a warm welcome for my very first book of the month. You guys, I finally joined. I kept being like, I don't need that. I love like Ipsy boxes, and like I used to have some sort of subscriptions all the time because I used to really get them shipped to like wherever job I was working because it just felt like a little treat to myself, okay? I did not think that I needed a book of the month. And what finally made me actually bite the bullet was because there's a trilogy of books that I have the first one and it's a hardback, and I can't find the hardbacks of the other two anywhere except for the book of the month editions. So I was like, I guess I'll get book of the month. It's the best club. Okay, so very first book of the month. Whoa! This is the book that I wanted a hard copy version of. She's gorgeous. Here's my first one. And now we have, wow, I am so excited. I'm so excited to get this one. I only got the one this time. I still have one more to get, but very excited to dive into that. I ate this up. This was in a previous reading vlog, but whew, ate that up. Next up, however, okay, it is literally the end of May. Like very, very, very end of May. I even posted about the book of the month this month because I joined last month and I skipped because there wasn't anything that I was like super drawn to, and I was like, I don't need to add anything to my TBR if I'm not like wanting to read it. But this time there were two books that I really, really, really was like, okay, either one of those books I really do want. So I set up a poll. Silver Elite did win just by a little bit, but it also is a special edition. So the normal one comes with silver pages. This one has these like lightning sprayed edges. So we have Silver Elite. Now, I have been seeing some discourse on this book. This is a chunker too, by the way. I have been seeing some discourse that people don't really love, like the romance part of it, and I'm pretty good at blocking romance. No, I'm not going to let anybody else's opinion. I'm trying to like not watch anybody else's opinion of this so that I can develop my own. But I am very excited to add this guy to and look how pretty, to my TBR. Oh my gosh, that was so fun, you guys. So, because this was my first book of the month, I got it for free, for literally free. Or maybe it was like $5 whenever, last month when I think I got my first book. Yeah, my first book was free. And then I also had a credit for signing up. So I only had to pay the $2.99 for this special edition. I got both of these for free. I probably paid $5 when I signed up though, right? I'm trying to make sure. I'm not working with this, so I guess I just know what I know. I don't have a brief I'm working off of. But anyway, how nice. And like you can skip months if you go through, and like, so next month when the June books come out, it's like a romance, it's a nonfiction. There's usually different kind of genres, and you can kind of go down through and read summaries. Like I was saying, it's the very end of May, and I picked this at the beginning of May, and I got an email. I remember thinking like, it's kind of taken my book of the month a long time to get here. And I went to check for the tracking, it hadn't even shipped. And it said due to high demand, these were like back ordered. So this came so late that I even received another credit for another book on top of my book of the month next month. So I'm gonna be able to get the third one of this for free for this one being delayed. Like I had books I was reading in the meantime. Like I did see people start talking about this, so I did have a little bit of FOMO, but definitely worth the wait. I'm so very excited. Okay, well, shout out to Book of the Month. That was so fun. Thanks for the serotonin boost of the day. We have a very fun and exciting reading vlog ahead. Lots of hauls, bookstore visits, and book chats. You will also see, this is kind of my reading jersey at this point. This is from Letters and Lucy. She has the cutest readers collection, and I love, love, love this. Alrighty. Oh yeah, and we're putting together a whole freaking bookshelf. Sit back, relax, grab your popcorn, be folding your laundry, get cozy, and let's get into the vlog. Hey, I was just going to my TBR shelf to pull a book, and I keep going to pull this guy. Lisa Gardner is one of my like safe authors that I just like know that I can go to as a good thriller reader and have a good time. However, this one is a part of a series, and I keep telling myself that I want to just start the series from like the very first one, but there's like 20 books in it, so I want it to be kind of like, I want it to feel like a comfort show to me. Like I want to go to these books in between books. And so I looked at this for the last time without having those other books on the way because I just placed 2 Pango book orders. Okay, I found 2. I wanted to try to get as many from the series like from one shop on Pango. So placed 2 orders. 2 books are coming from one shop, and I got I think like 4 or 5 from another one. So we won't be reading this just yet, but stay tuned because we have several on the way. If I knew these packages were going to come this close together, I would have just opened them together. However, I did not. This one wasn't supposed to, the one we're going to open wasn't supposed to arrive for a few days, and it came today, and I just opened these guys yesterday. I was able to find most of this series from one specific bookshop. I have been obsessed with Pango books, okay? I have literally, you know what, let's do some prices here because I just need to express how wonderful this app is. So this book was $5. My kind of strategy when going on Pango is I am a hardcover girl for the most part. So I will search the book that I want. I will toggle to the hardcovers only, and then I'll do excellent or like new condition, and then kind of choose from those. And I know that all of those are probably going to be good. I try to make sure there's no other books on the person's shop that I'm interested in because a lot of times you can get, you know, good deals that way. But this one is a center point large print. I don't mind, but the print is literally so large. Like it is huge. Then we have The Neighbor, $3, okay? Well, because I was able to find so many on one shop, like I was just like, okay, well, let's go ahead and get what she's got, get those other first couple too, and then we'll find the rest at McKay's. Okay, first we have Alone. We'll put them in order in just a second. Catch Me, Gone, whoop, Love You More, she's a chunker, and Live to Tell. Okay, so 5 of this series. And that was, like, I feel like I robbed this woman. That was $15. 15 bucks. $3 a book. And these are big books. Okay, I think I think Alone might be first. Let me see. And you guys, like every Pango order there, I should have pulled out the other one. Every Pango order I've made, and really I've made like probably, let's see, 10. I have made 10 Pango orders, and probably 9 of those have come with like little bookmarks and stickers. Like it really is just like girly pops selling each other books. Okay, books in order. Okay, Alone. Let's actually clean these first. BRB. Okay, they're clean now. First one, Alone. I think this one was written in 2004, so she's kind of been, like, they're still being released now. So they've been released over the last 20 years, so that seems like such a fun time to follow this detective. Alone, and then I think Hide is the next one, so you're actually on that one. 1 second. Hide. Okay. The Neighbor, 3. Live to Tell. This one looks different than that one. I wonder what the difference is. Oh my god, this was printed the year I was graduating high school. 2010, which honestly, subtle flex, like that is such a good graduation year. Okay, Catch Me is next. Catch Me, and then this should be Fear. Oh, Gone. What is this a DD? Okay. Alone, Hide, The Neighbor, Live to Tell, Love You More, Catch Me. Okay, then it goes Fear Nothing, 3 Truths and a Lie, Find Her. We have Find Her. So the whole thing started from Find Her. I need to add that to this stack. Oh, this is not I don't think this is one from the series. Fun. Okay, this is still looks great. And I might actually go ahead and read this one first, TBH, because Alone is still, I've just got like 2 weeks of it left on Libby waitlist. So I might go ahead and start this one. Gone. Looks like she wrote this one after Alone. For ex-FBI profiler Pierce Quincy, it's the beginning of his worst nightmare. A car abandoned on a desolate stretch of Oregon highway. Engine running, purse in the driver's seat. and his estranged wife, Rain Connor, gone, leaving no clue to her fate. Okay, talk me into it. All right, well, I'll probably read this one first then. And then it'll be time to jump into her. I love that these look like so drama. We didn't give a shit about the aesthetics. We wanted the, not that these aren't aesthetic. I mean, you know what I mean. Good morning. It's not a book vlog. Ooh, let me get that propped. Without a Barnes trip. It's not a book vlog without a Barnes trip. Okay. So we are at Barnes & Noble because we have some new releases that we're getting. What are you getting? Something golden summer. Something golden summer.
I never am good at my books. I couldn't tell you if my life depended on it. I couldn't tell you all 3 of the Knockmount book names.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could.
Things We Left Behind.
Things We Never Got Over.
That's the one I always forget. I could have literally, like, I'm talking to people sometimes about these series and I'm like,
I could not be getting a phone call at this hour. It's definitely spam. I'm for sure. Wait, can you continue? You have another one? Ashley Flowers.
Yes. I was like, it's too early in the morning.
We read All Good People Here by Ashley Flowers probably 2023.
As soon as it came out.
Yeah, a couple years ago. It was a road trip book, and then we reread it. Did you reread it?
No.
I reread it fall, and so she's releasing another one.
Literally, as soon as we finished that book, we were like, she needs to come out with another. It was so good.
Care if I snatch it and read it first, or do you want to? How do we want to do this?
No, you can read it first because I'll read Golden Summer.
Okay.
Because I'm like 50 pages for finishing my book right now.
I genuinely this week went on a tangent. I came in her room and I said, all I want is a Freedom McFadden book. All I need right now is a Freedom McFadden book, and voila, she released a new book just for me. So that was so very kind of her. I'm gonna get The Tenant. There's a Barnes & Noble exclusive here. And then I'm also gonna get, I did start my Lark series. So I'll see if they have any of the other, maybe book 2. I don't know how.
What book do you think he's waiting for?
I wonder if anything got released today because he's standing up there in front.
Yeah, he means business. Let's see.
We're here 13 minutes early because Annica got out of her Pilates class and she said, I'm headed to the bookstore. And I said, what the heck are you doing with going without me? So one outfit change later, here we are. And we're even a little bit early for them. I saw one TikTok of a guy one time holding a Diet Coke that said, I have had a Diet Coke every day for breakfast since 1941 or something like that. And I was like, he's still kicking. That's all the research I need. When is that being released? When is that being released? No, sure, it's not. The Perfect Divorce.
It says add to cart. April 15th. Yeah. That was a month ago.
What the hell is wrong with me?
Genuinely, that upsets me. I could have had that and read it. Wait, I kind of wanted to reread The Perfect Marriage.
Ooh.
I could probably just do a...
That looks good.
That looks really good. Wait, look how beautiful this is.
The Amalfi Curse.
Let us know if you read this or if this needs to be put on the TBR. A bewitching tale of sunken treasure, forbidden love, and ancient magic. So I want to get The Tenant. I definitely am going to get the special edition, or I hope they have the collector's edition of The Perfect Divorce. I'm going to see if there's the second of the Light Lark series in hardback. And then I kind of wanted to do the Torch of the Night series. So maybe I'll see if they have the first one of that. And that's it.
That has to be.
As I ran out of fingers. Woo! 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 Yes. Cheers this way. No.
Oh. No. That's like the way you wanted.
Okay. I've actually heard this is really, really wonderful too. That's pretty. Here's what I'm looking for, but I want the hardback from Ashley Flowers. This is my book of the month pick. This one's fun because it has silver pages. The one I have has like lightning. AJ's got her book. Oh, an OG. Oh my god, sprayed edges Harry Potter. Wait, with little Quidditch. How
so
cute. Oh. Oh, here's The Perfect Divorce. Okay, this is, oh, it's tiny. It matches really good, but I think that I do want the red. Okay, to my Frida table. There she is. What's a good size? Yes, perfect. Okay, what else did I want? I love her so much. Hit, hit, hit. Did you find anything else? We found that. Oh, I know, it's really pretty. It does seem like a really cool story too. We're having the time of our lives in here. I never want to leave. You need to read your... Okay. Oh no. It looks like... Oh, shut up. Of course they have it now. Remember when I was looking everywhere for this exact copy? Oh, but I have a signed one. 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 Okay, no, this is what I need. So wait, which one's 2? Is this one? Oh wait. Should I go ahead and get this one? It's gorgeous. Sorry, it's dark. This is 50% off. Such a cool copy. Okay. Maybe I'll wait and see. Sorry about that. Maybe I'll wait and see if it's on Pango books first. Oh, this is so cute. We are home. Okay, we did actually sign up for the yearly membership. Honestly, the last couple times I've been like, dang, we really need to do that. It's like you get 10% off paperbacks at all times. You get all these, there's so many perks. And we love Barnes. So it also comes with a tote. There was one that was blue that said like a bag of books or something that was really cute. But Annica was like, Mom, we quite literally have this tattooed on us. So let's get the one with the big ant sign on it. And I was like, wait, that actually checks out. The bag is freaking nice quality. It's one of those that folds out and also has like my books are laying flat in here. Like they're all able to lay flat down. So definitely recommend this book, and we'll let you know if that Barnes & Noble membership is worth it. But already I'm getting like discount emails. Is this gonna focus on my face with my glasses on? First up, we have... I'm so excited to read it. Y'all, I seriously, I know I've already said this, but I went into Annica's room pouting this week in between books, and I said, I just want to read a freedom book. Like, I just want to read a freedom and pattern book. This is my ultimate, like, my brain, I feel like I'm sitting down and watching a movie. Like, I feel, I love these. Anyway, this one is about, apparently, this guy, his life is spiraling, and he finds a tenant to move into their house, and shit starts going down. So, seems right up my alley. I'm excited to get to know what Miss Frida has to say in this one. Let's see. This one is the Barnes & Noble exclusive. So let's see. Looks like we have a dear reader from her at the front. I love when they put these reading group guides at the end, because I seriously, like, one of my favorite parts in school, and I didn't realize at the time, obviously because I was a child, how much this truly was beneficial. Because after reading books together in class and then discussing them and then having questions and answering those questions, or even like thinking about questions, you're just able to think about the book and just stuff you would have never picked up on. So even though sometimes I don't always do the questions at the back, I like reading them. Okay, very excited to read that. Next up, we are gonna be reading What My Bones Know by Stephanie Fu. Okay, this was recommended to me, and I wonder how long it's gonna take me to get through it, because I couldn't even read the back of it. I got to, actually, let me just show you. I read that sentence, and then I stopped there because I was crying already. So it is a memoir of healing from complex trauma, and boy, do we have a few of those that we are currently not only discovering but actively healing. And so we're taking the right steps. It just doesn't mean that I just think this is going to be necessary for this age of my life. By age 30, Stephanie Fu was successful on paper. She had her dream job as a producer at This American Life and a loving boyfriend. But behind her office door, she was having panic attacks and sobbing at her desk every morning. After years of questioning what was wrong with herself, she was diagnosed with complex PTSD, a condition that occurs when trauma happens continuously over the, here they come again, oh my god, continuously over the course of years. Sorry, was something in my eye or something, I guess. I don't know. That was exactly to where I got to last time. And then I got through the first sentence of the next paragraph. It says, both of whose parents abandoned her when she was a teenager after years of physical and verbal abuse and neglect. And I said, add to cart. I genuinely, like, stay away from books like this a lot of the times unless I, like, know that I'm, like, in desperado need. Because there's just, you know, something about reading what you've been through and like the validation, but also the understanding that comes with it. So just as we talked about in 2025, one of the goals of this year is to find a therapist, and it is now May, and like I've got the place. I just need to make the phone call. I've got the place. It's got a few different therapists that I think that will be good for me. I just need to make the call, but both times I've gone to make the call, I've been literally sobbing. So like, I just need to do it. The thing is, I'm very self-aware. Like I know that I'm probably just gonna get diagnosed with more things, which doesn't make me anxious. Like if anything, my diagnoses always give me so much clarity, and so like it helps me so much because I'm able to like give myself grace and things. But I just, maybe we'll do this. We will make the phone call and start this book kind of together, or maybe we'll make the phone call first. We cannot start this book until we make the phone call at least. So anyway, I'm just and also look how absolutely stunning gorgeous this is. So we'll let you know how that goes. Okay. Anyway, next up, these are AJ's. She got this gorgeous girl. Look at how beautiful this is with. We were there. We've been there together, you guys. We've been there together, you guys. Okay. Honestly, if it has copy on it, in it, anywhere about it, we're probably gonna get it. This is so beautiful. And sunset's starting to happen. Oh. She got The Summer Pact by Emily Griffin. She also got If Only I Had Told Her. This is the second book of If Only He Had Been With Me, If He Had Been With Me. She's like got maybe 40 pages left of it, and she said she didn't think she was gonna need to read the second one, but she wants to now. So picked up that. And then lastly, one that we did go for, Ashley Flowers, The Missing Half. This description sounds great. It's very true crimey. Ashley Flowers is a true crime podcaster. So the other book that she wrote was very like All Good People Here, very John Benet Ramsey vibes. So I'm excited to see what she did with this one. And that's our haul. Hello, it is later the same day. While I'm in here, there's literally a Barnes & Noble in here. There's 2 Barnes & Nobles. Literally, I feel like I'm all from us. But while I'm here, since there's a couple things we didn't find this morning, we'll just peek. We'll just peek. This is the one she wants. She also wants this and this. Okay, I think we're gonna get her these. I do know she wants that one, but I don't know what edition she wants. So I'm gonna let her choose which edition, but got these 2. I have been wanting to read this. Okay, we got her Potter in the Hamptons, and this is the one she wanted. I think the B&N exclusive had the pink letters, so pretty. And now a quick word from our sponsor. As someone who is not only in charge of nourishing myself, but also nourishing a very active 18-year-old, it gives me such relief to be able to throw a Factor in her lunch bag and know she's taken care of. Factor makes meeting your nutrition goals by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. Their team of gourmet chefs create each meal using only ingredients with integrity to help you feel your best all day long. Factor now offers loads of snack options like breakfast, smoothies, juices, small bites, and more to keep me going no matter what's on the schedule. Factor meals eliminate the hassle of prepping, cooking, or cleanup. Simply heat and savor. Factor is also flexible. I can easily adjust my order size depending on Annica and I's schedule, or we can skip a week when we have events or vacation. You can head to factor75.com or click the link in the description box below and use code 50Jennica to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box. What a bite. That's code 50Jennica at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. Thank you, Factor, for sponsoring this portion of the video.
The following Thursday,
We have read quite a few books since the last time I told you about the books that I've read. I'm going to do a little recap of what I've been reading, starting off with my vacation read. This was the book that when I got this, I was like, you know what? It had summer vibes because of the cover, obviously, but I was like, this is what I'll take with me when I go to Tampa for Megan's wedding. So I was saving her, and I'm not gonna lie to you, there were a couple of trigger warnings in this book that I was nervous about, and let me tell you, they were written about in such a way, and just like, there were several times that there were like quotes. Do I have any pages tabbed? Let me see if there's any without context that makes sense. This one, oh my gosh, I'm gonna try to make it through without crying because this book really was just like, it was really good. When cruelty becomes familiar in your tender adolescent years, of course you start to become comfortable with it. You believe you deserve it, but you don't. This was a great book. I think I ended up giving this 4.75 stars. It definitely is not getting any less than 4.5 stars, but I think that she ended up getting 4.75 stars. This follows three girls, and the story kind of flashes back between then and now. Three girls were in different circumstances and different situations, and they all ended up in the same foster home growing up. So they developed a kind of found family sisterhood, and so they're in their 30s now. And I don't think this is a spoiler because this is pretty much right at the beginning. A body is found at the house that they were raised in together. And so they are like wanted kind of for questioning, just to kind of see what was going on, what was the vibe. And so it just really like makes them rehash a lot of the stuff that they went through, and it just did a really good job at like actually interviewing, like researching this. I think there was a little spot, let me see. The author says, when this book was in its infancy, I had the privilege of speaking with a dozen women who were raised in foster care in Australia. I will be forever changed by these conversations. Without them, I couldn't have even begin to appreciate the feelings of bewilderment, displacement, and powerlessness that result in being taken away from your home and placed with strangers when you're a young, traumatized child. It's just so well written, and it's just good. It's hard to like rave about books with such like heavy topics, but it really just was written so beautifully, and it had a great twist. It is a thriller. Loved her. I'm not sure how good this setup is here, but we are going to continue on to our next ones. Okay, next up, this one was pretty small, so I decided to take this one as well just in case. I just didn't know with traveling, like sometimes I do have enough time to get through a book and sometimes I read 3 pages. So I was like, I do want to be able to take one more book, and this one was pretty, like it's small. This guy was printed in 2005. So this is officially older than Annica. Oh my gosh, this is 20 years old. Whoa. Okay, so as you've seen, hopefully at this point, this would have been in this vlog, yes. So I unboxed the first few of this series, the Detective D.D. Warren series by Lisa Gardner. I had just gotten to really like her books, and I had started picking up a few of them, like every time I was like at McKay's and out, and every time I would pick up, or even some of my like Spotify and audiobooks, I noticed that they were the D.D. Warren series, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna start this series, like I might as well start from the beginning, because there's another series by Lisa Gardner. So with those 3 Lisa Gardner books, those are the Frankie Elkin series, and I remember I read the first book, I think I listened to it probably 3 or 4 years ago, and I was reading the second book. I was like, oh my gosh, Frankie Elkin, like I remember this girl from this series. So I like picked up that it was a series, and then the same thing happened with the third one. Like I was reading it and realized, oh, this is part of a series. So I didn't want to do that this time. I wanted to start fresh and just crank through the whole thing, and this was a great time. I just want these to be the books that I can go to like when I don't have anything else to read. I have so many, I think there's literally like 20 of these, so I want to make it through them all, and I want to be able to crank through them, but I want them to be like my comfort go-to books when I'm like to keep me from getting into a book slump, you know what I mean? Because I always want to pick these up. These really just feel like I'm watching one of my little crime shows. Okay, we really don't meet Dee Dee Warren until like halfway through the book, maybe like a third of the way into the book. We start by following Detective Bobby Dodge. Bobby is a detective. He's a sergeant, I believe, but he also is like on a task force that gets called out for like SWAT-like situations. I don't know all these like law enforcement terms, but anyway, he's the sniper that gets called out on like SWAT level task force. You know what I'm talking about. He gets called to a domestic violence situation, and he is, like I said, the sniper, and this is pretty much what he sees. Okay, there's a woman, she's kind of protecting her child. She sees the guy with the gun. There's this, and he ends up taking out Mr. Husband. Mr. Hubby, though, is from a big shot family in town, so an investigation is immediately started, and we kind of wonder, like, wait, was Bobby kind of framed? What's going on here? So, but we do get introduced to Dee Dee Warren, and it was a great read. I give her 4 stars. Loved it. There, of course, were twists, and we do continue with some of the characters in this next book. Now, I expected this to be like starting from Dee Dee's point of view, and like that's what we got. But like I said, with us not meeting her until halfway through the book, we really got a lot of Bobby's perspective that continued in Hyde. Now, I got the center point large print, and for some reason, it was like almost harder for me to read. I don't know. It felt like a school book this way or something, so I did have to listen to a lot of this. Not have to, I got to listen to a lot of this. We hit the ground running in this bad boy though, and there are 6 bodies discovered. So we do get Detective Bobby Dodge on the investigation again, and Miss Dee Dee Warren. Now, of course, with there being in law enforcement 2 attractive people doing the same thing with the same drive, they of course have hooked up previously, but there's no romance with them. They're even kind of annoyed with each other. So they do work well together. You can tell they're just supposed to be partners for sure. Sorry, I've got notes over here if you keep seeing me look. But one of the bodies is actually announced to be a girl that is just out and about living, but she's also been like living under an alias and like kind of been on the run with her dad since she was like 4, like a toddler. So she's like, wait, that's my name that they're saying that I'm this name. And so we there's a big old case going on at the same time that we still get Dee Dee Warren's stories. So again, great. I really did love this one. Oh, we've got a page folded down. Wonder if there's anything. This one's kind of deep. When I shut his apartment door behind me for the last time, I finally understood I had my freedom, and the price of it was to always be alone. No, that's just a quote. That I didn't say that. Anyway, I love Lisa Garner. This is now I've read probably 8-ish of her books, maybe 10. Love Miss Garner. Next up, okay, we were craving a fantasy. We really were craving a fantasy, and you know, I think the thing that I have discovered, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I tried to start, I feel like this lighting is pissing me off, TBH. I was craving a fantasy. I was itching for a fantasy, and this one was just the perfect one. And you know what? I had a good time reading it. It was very easy to understand, very digestible. I really enjoyed the characters. I really enjoyed everything. And I finished it and I was like, huh, that was good. I didn't feel the need to immediately go on to Nightbane. Nightbane is the second one. I think there's going to end up being 5 in this series, and 3 of them are out right now. The 3rd one just came out. So I did go ahead and place the order for the next 2 on Pango Books, but I have found myself, and I told Madison this when we were catching up about it, I have found myself thinking about this book over and over and over again over the last few, I mean, I've read a couple other books since then, and I keep thinking about this, and I'm so excited to get into Nightbane. Like, I am gonna read it as soon as I get it. And in case you missed the Tampa vlog, which go back and watch that, it's one of my, I think this one might have been the 2nd vlog though, not the first Tampa vlog, but the Tampa vlog that I ended up going to Miami. Anyway, I'll link it below. We got this in Tampa. She's an autographed copy. It just felt so special and fun reading this, and all the pages are like so pretty. Oh, and then speaking of, this was like an edition that came with these, that's our girl. That is our girl right there. Anyway, it came with these like sheets. Obviously there's a love triangle. You want to see the other guy? Where you at, my king? Which I love him. I don't know who I'm team. I like to give everybody chances. And here we have him. So this is a fun fantasy book. It's about an island that pops up every 100 years, and there's 6 different realms, okay? Each realm has a curse. And each realm has their own like people. Our main character is a wilding, okay? So she is beautiful, but she can, if she falls in love with somebody, she has to kill him, okay? What the hell are y'all saying? And also she can only eat human hearts. You know, it's a fantasy. What the hell are y'all? So in order to break the curse, they have to kind of go through this trial competition. What are those called? Anyway, every 100 years, one person from each realm. So they're trying to come together and figure out how to get, they have to break the curse so that everybody can go back to normal, because some of the, like one of the realms, you like can't go outside. There is a really big twist in this that I did not see come in, which we've talked about. I like stories to just be told to me, so I don't like to speculate when I don't need to. And there was one thing that I wasn't thinking twice about, but I got ripped, the rug was ripped from under me, and I just really did thoroughly enjoy this book, and I cannot wait for Nightbane. You guys, please, I've heard that Nightbane is like so good, so I'm so excited to read that, but please let me know your learned thoughts as well. Love this, and I think that isn't it gonna be like a movie or a series or something? Next up, we have the reappearance of Rachel Price. So it's pretty much exactly what that says. Rachel Price has gone missing. She went missing years ago, probably over 10 years ago, 16 years ago, and they're filming a documentary of her husband and daughter, and she reappears. So it's kind of, and then stuff starts hitting, I mean, things start going amiss. So we really kind of figure out what happened. It is one of those things where it's the main character, I think she's, 18 or whatever. And so there's a lot of times where you're like, oh my gosh, you're being such a 18-year-old right now. Like, cut her some slack. Cut your mom that has been missing some slack. It was a good, fun read. And I've been like, this has been on my TBR for a long time, but I knew I could find it secondhand, like resale. And so I was waiting until I could find it at McKay's. And I'm so glad that I finally found it at McKay's, read it, because it truly was like just such a fun read. Loved Rachel, loved Belle, and the twist was a nice twist. Okay, next up we have The Missing Half by Ashley Flowers. This one was a new release. Towards the beginning of the year, I actually reread All Good People Here by Ashley Flowers. When I finished that book, and I think I said this when I reviewed it, I like put it down and I was like, there goes my ring. I just felt icky after it. Like the last little bit, like, was Ick Master 3000. Like, I just, when a book just, it's the part of the story, like that's the story that was told. Like but it was just like, we were teetering on that for a second. Like for a second, I was eating it up, loving every minute of it, eating it up. And then we got to right here and I said, oh, don't do it to me again. Don't make me feel icky. Don't make me feel icky. It really genuinely was like a great story. It is about two sisters, okay? Two sisters that meet because their sisters went missing. So like their sisters went missing around the same time. Like authorities have always kind of like tried to look into their cases together, but they weren't in the same county. So there have been differences, but the sisters, once they kind of become of age that they can look for themselves, they team up to try to start figuring it out. And like one of the sisters realizes that she didn't know her sister as much as she thought she did. And the other sister, there's lots of stuff happening. But again, it's one of those that like, it really genuinely, I was intrigued and like I was excited. I wanted to keep picking it back up every time that I had it. So definitely enjoyed this book. It was such a quick read too. It really was such a quick read. Oh, I've stopped giving ratings. Oops. Okay. My ratings sometimes my ratings don't even make sense to me, because like I'll rate a book that I liked another book more than, less than. So, go by these with what you will. I feel like 3 is very just average. 4 and anything above is like, yeah, I'll definitely recommend. Honestly, I'd recommend 3 sometimes. That just means that maybe everybody's rating scale is different. So we'll give this one 4.25. Next up. Now, Miss Frida didn't tell me she was going to write this in the male point of view. So that I was like, am I going to want to cheer for him? And he is just one of those men that you're just like, oh, come on. But I really did like this book. There are some Fridas that are just, complete misses for me, but the consistency with her writing of just being able to like just read the book, you know what I mean? Like read the book, have a fun little twist. It's just, that's exactly why I gravitate to her books. I did get the Barnes & Noble edition, which is this beautiful like teal blue copy. The regular edition is red. So there's like a pinkish red. It's gorgeous as well, but I really did. It's a little bit thick. Like it's the Crash and this was both thick for Frida's, but I really did like it. So this follows Blake Porter. He's got it kind of like all figured out. He finally like made it to the point of his life where he like graduated college of what he worked hard. His dad owned a hardware store, but he wanted to go the CEO route. He like had this VP job, and all of a sudden he bought the brownstone in New York, had the cute wife that he loved, like everything was going great. He was like taking the steps that he needed to, and then like he walked into his office one day, boss called him in, you're fired. You sold our stuff to another company, like get out of here. And he was like, what the heck? No, I didn't. And things just start falling apart from them. Like he crashing down. So he's about to lose his brownstone, and his wife's like, why don't we just get a tenant? Then the tenant moves in and things start going downhill even more. Okay. Again, especially with Frida's, I just let the story be told to me. This one, she played me. I let her play me, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being played because I had no idea what was happening. There was a twist, and then there was another twist, and I was like, whoa. I do love Miss Frida, and I genuinely had like a wonderful time with this book. We have another Pango books order. I can't be stopped. The prices are just so good, and I've not been using it long enough for like a new release to come out and then it to be like immediately on, but already like that red Perfect Marriage that I was looking for on Pango books. So I was kind of specific when I got these though, because I needed Nightbane and Sky Shade. I think it's Sky Shade. I needed both of those, and Sky Shade low-key just came out. So I went through a couple different Pango books sellers and checked out with one that had both. She's gorgeous. Wow, this is really brand new. Like she must have literally like bought it, read it, listed it. It doesn't even feel like it genuinely. I think I paid $8 for this. Brand new, it's like $25. Okay. Oh, and this shop also had free shipping, so I didn't even have to pay for shipping. I only had to pay for the books. Pango books is for the girlies. This one's in literally the same condition. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm genuinely about to get right into this. How fun. These covers are really pretty. I'm ready to eat. I'm ready to be fed. And finally, today, to close out our book vlog, we've added a new bookshelf. We have added a new bookshelf, you guys. Okay, so as you know, or you might not, this might be your first vlog, and if you are, welcome. Book vlogs are my love, because I think that I've really just honed in. I'm a hobby gal. I'm a serial hobbyist, and I just like have within the past couple years refound my love for reading. And you know, it really turns out that in your 30s you do just connect with that 13-year-old version of yourself. And I almost said bitch ass. My lovely 13-year-old self was literally, well, besides being pregnant, I was reading books. Okay, listen. Okay, this was AJ's first bookshelf. Okay, she needed a bookshelf in her room once she got probably like a little bit more than this book. She was like, I think we should put a bookshelf in my room. We settled on this one. We love her, okay? And then she got overcrowded. So we did find this one at TJ Maxx. This one, the clear one, was from Amazon. This one is from TJ Maxx. It is Nautica. I think the tag's still here, yeah. It's Nautica Home. She added this gorgeous gal, okay? So it was just awesome. And like these two bookshelves truly brought her and I both so much happiness every single time we were in this room. Like they're just such a display. Like the books are like little trophies, and also it just gives you a spot to put trinkets, and we're trinket girls. That's her bookshelf situation. My bookshelf situation personally, voila, is this. Now we are doing some shuffling because I'm figuring some stuff out where, you know, things are going here and there. And so these are like more Jennica core books. I do have my Red Queen here. I have some TBR here. I have a little bit of little. I cannot forget. This is our like family. Okay, right here kind of at the entrance. So this is where we had just a random assortment of both of our books. But we have got some books out. We did actually used to have this plant over here, and we moved that plant over there. I don't even remember why. Maybe it was once the Christmas tree was gone. I was like, it kind of looks naked over there. Let's go put it over there. So this area felt naked to me. Now Annica wanted to switch these. Annica was like, let's put this plant back over here. But it's kind of getting a little bit crazy. It kind of needs to be contained over there. And I just felt like the bookshelf would be best here. Anyway, I searched high and low. I also ended up getting this guy. off Amazon, and it was honestly just super easy, very tedious, but easy to put up. And I'm excited to decorate it. Okay, the key to bookshelves is you want to have textures, prints, that kind of interior decorating rule applies to bookshelves for me. Different books, we want to focus on colors, we want to focus on different sizes of things, big books, little books, but also maybe some cards, some trinkets. We've got some trinkets full, little home decor, things like that. Okay, I'm so excited. Obviously. Come on. My Geneva Rose books. Look how gorgeous these guys are. The only one that I don't have of hers that I have read is, oh, what was the salon one in Atlanta? Dead to Me? No, what was it? This is what I'm talking about. Anyway, that was a library book that I rented. And I actually did, I think I rented this one, and as soon as I got done with it, I was like, I have to have this on my shelf. So I got the collector's edition of this. The Perfect Divorce is now out. Look how gorgeous she is. And so I actually haven't read this, but I did want it to like live with its family. What do we think? Here, I love my Geneva Rose books, and they're so beautiful. This one truly is just the coolest. I love when they have, if it's gonna be a special edition, like make it really cool both places. And it just ties into the story so well as well. So, love her. Okay. Bands and make it dance. 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 Okay, here's my Frida's. Obviously, she's going at the top. We're going up top here. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, we have these two.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I'm feeling like it's time to bring in a trinket. Some of my favorite things, Frida and Diet Coke. Okay, I just want to take a bigger one, and obviously this one. She has to shine up top, so I think we're gonna go here. Figure out how I want that to kind of face, but for now, T. I do also have this photo that I took in Italy. She's perfect. I can't believe my eyes in my camera. That's crazy. Okay, we need some support for this. We got these two guys. I think these are pretty. Those are good colors to tie in. Oh, baby, let's go on top. Oh, perfection. Okay, I also have these little guys. These are pebbles that we took from the beach in Capri. And I love them. So I'm gonna put them right here with this photo of the Amalfi Coast. Slay, slay, slay. Oh, so good. Okay, I'm gonna listen to my book and do the rest of these, and we'll be right back. Okay, are we ready? Voila! First of all, up top, we have our disco planter with our plant kind of snaking its way through here. Gorgeous. We have Gilmore Girls at the top where she belongs. Some little figures, and honestly, every direction of this looks different. So you really do just get to display so much. And that's our top shelf. And none of this stuff is like, oh, like I'll switch it up as we bring more stuff in here. Okay, next up we have these two. Both of these are Annica's books. I just think they're so pretty, and they like go with the color scheme. Love this photo. Love this jelly cat. I did ask AJ if we could have custody of this just to share in here, because the brown just went so good with this. Okay, next up I have my Megan Miranda's here. I did have these Geneva Rose here, but I feel like the color, these kind of are dark and these are dark. They're the same kind of vibe. So I wanted to put that kind of pop of color, and these are all so, oh. Literally I can just do this. I was like, I'm just gonna have to keep moving it around. Okay, so then back here we have this Greenwich Park. I have not read this yet. It's on my TBR, but I like the cover, and the green, it matched, I felt like, very well in here. So, and it's a pretty cover, so we put it in here. We are judging a book by its cover. That's what we do around here. All right, just gorgeous, and I know it's gonna change, and it's a reminder that I need to read it and you know, always be working on myself. So we have her front and center. It's just like the colors are beautiful, and the flowers, like I'm obsessed. How to Giggle, of course. And then we have this, one of you guys sent us this. It's from Heather. We love. Okay, so she's also right here. This we got in Cabo on Annica's 18th. Brandon and I's favorite movie is The Secret Garden, and I wanted to get a really like a pretty version of it. And once I saw this painted version with the gold edges, I was like, oh yeah, this is what This is what I need. I'm sure there is magic in everything. Please. Like, I honestly, growing up, I felt like my grand's backyard was the secret garden. Okay, back here, we just really have these back here because of the, and facing this way because these edges. So I love how pretty this is. Okay. Okay, I think that's all for up here. Oh yeah, back here we have this little Warby Parker cards, playing cards. They're so cute. And also this Warby Parker haikus book that we got from, I think, Emma's PR. So fun. Okay, here she is so far. Let's head on down. Ooh, my little mini porcelain spot. I'm gonna get some museum glue for some of this stuff. Let's head on down. Next up, obviously. And like having them right here, this is where I was gonna put them here, but you can really see the edges if they're kind of in a more downward angle. I just love these Hunger Games books and I cannot wait. I need them to come out with this version of the newest book. Please, please, please. Here we have AJ's. If he had been with me and if only I had told her, right here. Then we have our Light Lark and Sky Shade. I am currently reading, where's she at? I'm currently reading Night Vein. So she'll go whoop, right here. Actually, I want to use one of these as my bookmarks. Let me get, so we have Light Lark here, gorgeous. And I just love that it's signed as well. It's the same thing, it's got kind of cool pages. So put her there. Coming around here, how fun is this? How fun is this? This is a strawberry candle. The colors are perfect. It fits great. We have the Midnight Library and the Great Gatsby. And mainly because this New York book that's right here, like, matches so well. Okay, next up we have these Lisa Gardner books. I feel like I like the colors. They look good here. I need to like another good series. This is what Annica got me for Mother's Day. I had it in my room, but I feel like the color, honestly, is just so freaking good out here. Behind it, we have the reappearance of Rachel Price. I just kind of like that. And again, bringing those kind of dark colors in down there. These two brought out just, again, a lot had to do with just like color, size, pops that I wanted. Recently, I've just read both of these and I loved them both. So I know Annica is going to want to read The Missing Half. So out here, I love this book so much. I think it's so funny, How to Date Men When You Hate Men. I mean, self-explanatory, obviously. And the colors are great. She's just so fun to have. So, love that there. I got this at Home Goods, I believe. It's just a shell, and I love the beach. I know I don't live anywhere near it and have decor, but whatever. These two books, Nevertheless She Wore It, and I think this one is Bad Gals Throughout History, yes. And they're just good, fun books. So, love this New York book back here for, again, just like different sizes and things. And you guys, I'm so happy with it. Okay. Well, you guys, honestly, I try to, influence for good and not ever. I hope that you guys know that I'm never telling you guys you need anything. You never need anything, just things I share if you're in the market for sometimes. Like this is what I love and use. This, however, has brought me so much joy that I can't recommend enough. I can't recommend enough, especially if you're a trinket gal, especially if you're like someone who just likes to display things and just have bits of your personality. Like, I want my house to look like a home, okay? I am ready for my friends to start having these babies come over and it then be like, I want to go to Fun Jenica's house with the weird mini things on the fridge, okay? That is what I'm trying to give. And this just like brings life into the house. Not to be dramatic. Anyway, so this is your sign to maybe, just browse, see what your local Facebook Marketplace has on bookshelves. Anyway, all right. Thank you so much for watching another reading vlog. Please comment below with all the information that you've gotten throughout this vlog. Comment below what you think I should put on my TBR. Thank you so much for watching this video. Also, let me know what you want me to do in the next. I mean, obviously, there will always be like bookstore visits. We didn't do a reading journal this time, so maybe we'll do that next time. But comment anything that you would like to see from our book vlogs. And I will see ya in the next one. Love ya.